When Ethan moved into his new apartment, he expected the usual hassles: noisy neighbors, broken appliances, maybe a cockroach or two. But what he didn't expect was a room that shouldn't exist. His first week was uneventful. The place was small but comfortable, a one-bedroom unit on the 5th floor of an aging high-rise. His only neighbor on the floor was an elderly man named Mr. Delaney, who lived across the hall in 506. They exchanged polite nods, but nothing more. Then, on the 7th night, Ethan heard it. A faint knocking sound. It wasn't from the front door. It came from inside his apartment. He followed the noise to his bedroom wall, pressing his ear against it. Knock, knock, knock. 3 slow, deliberate taps. The problem was, his bedroom wall shouldn't have anything behind it. The blueprints showed that the building ended there. The knocking stopped. Ethan laughed nervously, chalking it up to old pipes or his imagination. But then, the next night, it happened again. And this time it didn't stop. Frustrated, he knocked back. The moment his knuckles hit the wall, the knocking mimicked his exact rhythm. His breath hitched. He tried again. Tap, tap, tap. The same sequence echoed back, perfectly synchronized. His gut twisted. He needed answers. The next morning he visited the building manager, an older woman named Mrs. Ruiz. "That's impossible," she said flatly, scanning the building plans. "Your unit is at the end of the hall. There's no room behind your bedroom wall." Ethan insisted, and after some arguing, Mrs. Ruiz agreed to check for herself. She followed him up to his apartment, muttering about how long she'd worked here and how there were no secret rooms. When they entered the bedroom, she froze. The wall had a door, a faded wooden door that neither of them had seen before. Mrs. Ruiz went pale. This wasn't here yesterday." Ethan reached for the doorknob, but she grabbed his wrist. "Don't." He pulled away. "We have to see what's inside." Shaking her head, Mrs. Ruiz backed away. "You don't understand. Apartment 507 was sealed shut 20 years ago. That door, it shouldn't be here." Ethan hesitated, but curiosity gnawed at him. Ignoring her protests, he turned the knob. The door swung open effortlessly, revealing a dark, windowless space. A wave of stale, frozen air rushed past him. Inside was a fully furnished room, dust-covered furniture, an old television, a single unmade bed. It looked lived in, yet abandoned for decades. A rotting dinner plate sat on a table beside a chair, as if someone had been interrupted mid-meal. But what made Ethan's stomach drop was the mirror on the far wall. It wasn't reflecting the room correctly. In the mirror's surface, the bed was made. The dinner plate was gone. And standing in the center of the reflection was a man in a dark suit, staring directly at Ethan. There was no one in the room. Mrs. Ruiz gasped. "Close it. Close it now." Ethan didn't need convincing. He slammed the door shut, heart pounding. The moment the door clicked, the knocking resumed. This time, it wasn't 3 knocks. It was 5. Ethan barely slept that night. The knocking continued, always in 5s, always coming from that door. He tried to ignore it, but around 3 a.m., something new happened. A whisper. His name. "Ethan, open the door." His blood turned ice. He gripped his blanket, breathing heavily, forcing himself to stay still. The whisper came again, clearer this time, closer. "Let me out." He squeezed his eyes shut. "It's not real. It's not real." And then, footsteps. Slow, heavy, coming from inside the hidden room. He bolted upright, heart hammering in his chest. The doorknob rattled. A single long scratch appeared on the wood, as if something inside had dragged a nail across it. Ethan didn't hesitate. He grabbed his keys, ran out of his apartment, and banged on Mr. Delaney's door. The old man opened it groggily. "What's wrong, kid?" Ethan could barely speak. 507. The door. There's something in there. Mr. Delaney's face went white. His gaze flickered toward Ethan's door, then back to him. "There's no apartment 507. Ethan turned. The door was gone. Only a smooth, blank wall remained where it had been. He left the building the next day. A year later, the high-rise was demolished. No record of apartment 507 was ever found.